Hello and welcome to today's yoga class. My name is Ashley and I'll be leading you through this class. So let's begin by standing up. Take your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Fold forward, grab opposite elbows on the way down and let your upper body hang over that lower body. If you're feeling like your hamstrings are kind of tight today, bend the knees a little bit. No harm in that. At any time you start to lose your breath, you just don't feel right, come out of the pose or back off a little bit until you feel good. And we start each class setting up our breath. So take deep inhales into the nose and feel that air hit the bottom of your lungs and all the way up. Then exhale out through the nose, heating your body and cleansing your lungs. Now every day is going to feel a little bit different. So today, maybe you're feeling really good, so you want to intensify your practice. And then maybe tomorrow will feel a little bit not so good. So you can modify, take it to your level and enjoy your practice. This is what it's for. It's life training, not just this 1 hour. But it will help you through so many other aspects of your life to deal with challenges that arise, that you can breathe through them and be okay with whatever comes up. Now take another breath here, breath or two, before we start moving. And then as you inhale next time, lengthen the elbows forward, lift up to a flat back, and exhale, fold down. Again, inhale, rising up, and then exhale, folding down deeper. Release the hands to the floor. As you inhale, lengthen that back gaze forward, shoulders away from the ears, and then fold on the exhale. Now bend your knees a little bit deeper and roll yourself up. Full inhale, chin to chest, standing all the way to the top. Now today, we'll do a star series. So take your hands out wide, reach to opposite sides of the room. As you inhale, reach a little longer. Exhale, coming down, bending into a squat, taking your hands down and reaching to opposite sides of the room. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower, sit deep. Keep your chest and gaze lifted. As we go back and forth, feeling that breath and movement connect. Now take the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, press the knuckles down, open up that heart, look up, and then slowly fold forward. Wrapping the hands to the front of the room, pressing the palms together if you can. If this just does not feel good, release the grip of your hands and grab your wrists or your elbows instead. Now continue opening up that back, and here there's no force, so you just breathe into it, really focusing on the exhale. The exhale is what's going to guide us down a little bit deeper each time. So don't strain into anything. So on your next inhale, lift halfway up, lengthen that back, then exhale, folding forward, releasing the hands. Slowly roll yourself up again, bending into those knees, taking it all the way to a standing position. Now step to the very top of your mat, feet together, toes touching. As you inhale, reach the hands up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive, flat back, fold forward. Inhale as you lengthen that back, and exhale, hands on the ground, step back to a plank pose or an upper push-up position. Hold it here momentarily. Feel strong legs, feet about hip distance apart. Press the ground away. You can always take your knees down at any time if this just doesn't feel right. You're still going to build a lot of strength by taking the knees down, especially if you're first starting. Wherever you are, shift forward slightly. Bend your elbows up to 90 degrees, lowering your body. Lift, pressing to upward facing dog, chest forward, and hold. Let's hold an up dog. Press the ground away. Avoid the collapse in the shoulders that you might, tends to happen sometimes. If that happens, take your knees down or even your thighs down. And when you get stronger, then take the knees up. No problem. Now on the next exhale, we're going to press hips up and back, tailbone to the sky to downward facing dog. Hands should be spread wide. Let's always check out the basics here. pinkies pretty much touching the edge of the mat and feet about hip distance apart, with the heels drawing down towards the floor. Now melt that chest towards the legs, look at your thighs, and then start to pedal out the feet. This is a really great place to check in with your body. See what's kind of feeling good, what isn't feeling so good. Bend one knee at a time, heels to the mat. And gaze forward, bend your knees, step or jump your feet forward to a forward fold. Lift halfway up, lengthen, exhale, fold deeper, and then inhale, rising up, reaching the hands overhead. Right back down as you exhale, forward fold. Half lift, lengthening. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back to your upper push-up. Drift forward as you inhale. Exhale. We sometimes call it chaturanga or a low push-up. Press the chest forward, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift the hips up high to downward facing dog. Press strong through the heels, and as you exhale, step the right foot forward. Keep that left hand on the ground, reach that right hand forward, take an inhale and rise it up to the sky. So we're twisting in our lunge. Now see if you can get that left shoulder a little closer to the right knee. And again, you can always take the back knee to the floor. That's where you are today. You're still going to get all the amazing benefits of each pose by modifying. But you're feeling good? Let's take that left hand, maybe float it off the ground or even reach it forward. Keep gazing over that right shoulder, reaching up with that right hand, and pressing strong through the back heel to keep the legs strong. Now let's rotate forward, open up the arms like an airplane. Rise up, take an inhale, reaching tall. And exhale, take the hands down to the floor, plant them on the floor, step that right foot straight back to a single leg plank. Again, you can take the left knee to the ground, or wherever you are. Let's hold in the single leg plank. Drift forward a little bit, bend those elbows to a single leg chaturanga, lift to single leg up dog, and then press it back to single leg down dog. Right heel is reaching to the sky, left heel reaching towards the floor. Rolling the right inner thigh towards your leg so that you feel more on the back of the left leg. Now flex through that right heel, toes towards the ground, of course. And stay here, single leg down dog. Now if it feels super awesome and you're like, I want to try something else, you're going to take that left hand and reach towards your left foot or your left leg. But careful here, we start to get a little hunchy in the back. Keep that neck hanging loose. So it's kind of challenging, single leg, one hand. Right, put your hand back, lift your right leg a little higher and step forward into a lunge. This time back heel spins down, reach all the way up to warrior one. Then open the hands, right hand forward, left hand back to warrior two. Open up the hips, give yourself a smile, soften the shoulders, and bend into that front knee. Squeeze those legs together so that you feel all this energy drawing up through the center of your body. Holding in this warrior two, arms are wide, hands growing, reaching to opposite walls. Now if you want to take a couple deep breaths as you close your eyes, staying here, just you and your breath. This is an awesome place to feel that challenge and groundedness. Now flip the right palm up and reach high with the right hand, down low with the left hand, down towards the back of your leg. Often this is called reverse warrior. But stay low with the lower body, bending into the right knee, heating it up. Now come back to warrior two using your core strength. Open up the hands and then take the left hand forward to meet the right. Both hands reach high. Take an inhale, then exhale, lower the hands to the ground, picking up the right foot and sending it back to plank. Drift forward onto the toes. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press the chest forward, up dog. Exhale, tailwind to the sky to downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold deeper. Each time you fold a little deeper. Now bend those knees deep, sit back into a chair, reach the hands all the way up, connect them, bring them to your heart. Sitting down into this wonderful chair position. So you're going to feel the tops of the legs, the sensation that we always look to feel in our yoga classes. Now take a breath and lengthen the spine and twist once again to the right, left elbow to right leg. And keep the knees bent evenly. If you can, look over that right shoulder, pressing that right hand into the left, finding this deep twist. Each inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting a little deeper. Now, if you're not feeling enough, we can go ahead and open up the arms. Left hand to the ground, right hand towards the sky. Most of the weight should be in your heels. Stay with the breath. Take your hands back to that prayer position. Let's rise back up. Inhale, reach high, hips are low, and then fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen your back. Exhale, fold again. Reach all the way up, standing tall. Inhale, connect the hands, little back bend, and exhale, dive down, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the back, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back to plank. Drift forward, inhale. Full exhale as you descend. Inhale, press your chest forward, up dog. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Now it's pressing strong, breathe in, and step the left foot forward into that lunge. Now keep the right hand down at the floor, left hand reaches forward and around as you inhale, reaching high. Twisted lunge, same thing, just the other side. Look up towards that left thumb. Remember, you can take the back knee down. Anytime you're in a lunge, knee can come down and you'll still feel some great, amazing benefits and strength being built. Not enough? Take that right hand off the floor, lifting, and then maybe extending forward. Maybe add a smile. Stay with this. Strong legs to keep you grounded. And feel free to move once in a while. See what works for you. Open your hands, start to rotate forward like an airplane. Inhale, rise up, standing tall in the upper body. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step your left foot this time straight back. Single leg plank. Drift forward. You can always take the right knee to the floor. Low plank, elbows bent. Upward facing dog. Legs still lifted. Exhale as you go to downward facing dog. Left heel this time reaching towards the sky, right heel towards the ground. And keeping that neck long, look down towards your foot. And this is a great place to stay. You're still gonna get amazing benefits in strength and flexibility by staying in 3-leg down dog. If that's just not enough for you, you're looking for that challenge, pick up the right hand, reach towards the right foot. Now careful if your mat's a little bit slippery or if your hands start to sweat. Okay, let's take the hand back, lift the heel a little higher, and exhale, step right between the hands, trying to make no sound. Take the back heel down, a warrior one style, reach up, and then open it up, left hand forward and right hand back, opening the hips to warrior two. Keep the gaze at the top of the front fingers. And then lift through that front arch to keep the knee in line with your ankle. The farthest point from your body you can check should be your right heel. Now let's bend a little bit deeper. I know you have this, you got this. This is your challenging situation, just like in life, that you learn to breathe through and learn that you're still going to survive no matter what happens. It's going to be okay. Because we're going to move on here. Flip the left palm, reach it way high, right hand down the back leg, making it soft so that right hand has no weight. You can slide a piece of paper between your hand and your thigh. Keep lifting to the left side. Feel that side stretch, but stay bent in that left knee. Use your core strength. Come back to warrior two. Right hand comes forward to the front. Both hands reach up. Both hands come down. Exhale, step the left foot back to plank. Drift forward. Bend those elbows. Upward facing dog. Press the heart forward. Exhale, lift the tailbone and the hips to downward facing dog. Flipping over the feet one at a time. Bend your knees. Look forward at a point. And step, jump, or start to float forward to a fold. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale that chair pose again, so sit back into the heels, reach the hands up, connect, exhale, hands to your heart. You're gonna hold and feel that sensation in the legs. Toes lifted, take a breath in, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting left this time, right elbow to left leg. Knees bent even, soft in the shoulders. Look towards the ceiling or towards the sky over your left shoulder. Continue the twist through the gaze. Not enough here. Once again, start to open the arms. Right hand down, left hand towards the sky. If your balance starts to get lost, look down. Found it, look up. Our class is getting a little twisted. This is really what's going to help energize and wake up our bodies. Take the hands back to prayer. Lift all the way back up, reach high. This time take the hands behind the back, interlace the hands, press knuckles down, chest lifts. Exhale, fold it forward. Once again. Now if you need to bend the knees here, do so, bend the knees. Draw the nose down towards the shins, belly on the thighs. Wrap the hands to the front of the room. Remember, you can always grab your wrists or your forearms instead of that palm pressing. Now reach all the way back up, bend those knees, lift back up, hands up high in chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, stand all the way up this time, reach up, lean back. Exhale, swan dive to the floor. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, hands on the floor, step or jump back to plank. Drift forward. Exhale slowly, this time coming all the way to the floor. Take the left ear to the ground, forearms to the ground, hands on the ground. Now this one might look easy, but it's a little challenging. Bend the right knee and place the right ankle on top of the left knee, or on top of the back of the left knee. So you're making a figure four. Now, it might not look like you're doing much, but you're gonna try to keep the hips pressed to the ground, hands pressed into the ground, and then lift up your right knee about an inch off the floor. At the same time, press the hips back to the floor. So what I want you to feel is your left glute. So if you're watching the screen right now, you're like, she's not doing very much. Well, try it once. Pick up your right knee while keeping everything else grounded. So that right ankle stays on the knee, right hip stays down on the floor, and your knee lifts. So it's a lot of glute engagement. It can be a little frustrating because maybe your knee doesn't lift, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. All right, so let's take it back. Take your right foot back, extend it, lengthen your right arm, and roll onto your right side. Safest balance pose ever. Pick up your feet off the ground. Maybe your head lifted as well. Right arm, left arm, you can reach both arms forward. And like a little squiggly worm, you might kind of shift back and forth. It's just finding your balance, getting a little bit stronger with each breath, each wiggle. This is a good place to smile because you're sure to fall. But if you do, it's only a couple inches. right, bring it back down, roll back onto your belly. Let's just go ahead and go right to the other side. So put your forearms down on the floor again. Bend your left knee this time, left ankle to the back of the right knee. Pressing everything down, take your right ear to the mat. Press the hips down, press that left ankle down. Try to lift the left knee. Just an inch, maybe a millimeter off the floor. Basically, you're just trying to feel it. Don't worry if you don't get it, just feel it. The practice is not in the poses, the practice is in how you do the poses, not what you're doing. So as long as you give yourself effort, you show up, that's all you can ask for. Now just get a little bit higher. And release that. Extend your left leg, left arm, and roll onto your left side. Feet draw together, heels flexed, feet flexed, and lift up your legs first. Find the length, maybe lift up the head, left arm. Hey, let's reach both hands to the front of the room. Lower it back down slowly, rolling back onto your belly, hands underneath the shoulders. You're gonna slide yourself forward to upward facing dog, lift the knees, and then press back to downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet a little bit. Feel the difference you've made. And step the right foot forward, spin the back heel down, or reach up, warrior one once again. Open up, warrior two, right hand forward, left hand back. Hips are open, shoulders are open. We've been here before, so we know what we want to look for. But this time lean forward. Right elbow to the right thigh, left hand goes up high. Sometimes it's called side angle. Notice a straight angle from your left heel to your left shoulder. Extend this pose. You can take the right hand down to the inside of your leg. Left hand reaching forward, maybe both hands reaching forward. Use your core strength to keep you lifted. And look up towards that left arm. Stay here, or in whatever version works for you today. Take those hands back up and down, lift back up to warrior two, straighten the front leg, maybe walk the back foot in. Reach super long with the right hand, take that right hand down, either on the shin, the foot, or the floor. Extend the left hand to the sky. So shoulders stacked. Legs look like they're making a triangle, that's probably why they call this triangle pose. You can either look down or up, whatever works best for you and what feels best on your neck. Now to give your shoulder a break, let's take that left hand, wrap it behind your back, maybe finding the top of the right thigh. If you're looking for a little core strength here, let's go ahead and take that right hand forward. Lift it off the ground or the foot or the floor, reaching towards the front of the room. Take the hands, open them back up. Slowly, let's rotate forward to pyramid. So hips square to the front, shoulders square with very straight legs, drape over that front leg. Look forward and bend the knee, the front knee. Step the back foot forward into a fold. Lift halfway, lengthen the back. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, rise up, stand tall and reach. Exhale, swan dive to the ground. Inhale, lengthen your back. Exhale, fold. step or jump back, hands planted to plank, shift forward, exhale, lower down into chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, hips rise, flip over the feet to downward facing dog. We've got the other side. So press the heels down nice and strong. Take a moment here and step the left foot forward. Get ready for the other side. Reach up to warrior one, back heel spins down. Open up again, left hand forward, right hand goes back to warrior two. Again, we've been here before. You can possibly step that left foot, the right foot, the back foot a little farther away from you to get a little more intense on this side. Let's go straight into that side angle pose. So left elbow to the thigh, right hand reaches up. And then taking it to whatever version you did maybe on the other side. Left hand towards the ground, bearing a no or little weight. And then extend this, right hand coming forward, palm facing down, maybe both hands reaching forward, finding the strength in your core, in your legs, and your entire body. Now see what you've got in this pose. Explore, take a moment. We rise back to warrior two. Arms open. Straighten that front leg. Reach way forward long with the left hand. Then place that left hand down on the leg or the floor. Right hand up high. It kind of might feel like you're doing a twist and a back bend here. So press your back, trying to get in line with your hips. And you're extended through both sides of your body, reaching the crown of the head forward. You can give that right arm a break, eventually taking it behind the back, finding the top of the left thigh. Left hand staying down or reaching forward. What's your version today? Remember, it's going to be different day to day, different side to side. Maybe on this side you keep the hand down, or maybe on this side you reach. Open the hands back up, reaching high. Start to rotate forward, squaring up the hips forward. Find a lengthening back and then drape over that left leg. Both legs very straight. Look forward, bending that left knee. And as you exhale, step the right foot forward. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Reach up, standing tall. Connect the hands at the top. Then exhale, dive back down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Drift forward and exhale, lower that body again. Chaturanga. Inhale, open, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Press the chest towards your legs. Now as you exhale, step the right foot forward, back to a crescent lunge. So reach the hands up, hands down to prayer. Let's hit up another twist here. So taking an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow to right knee in the lunge. Press those palms together like we did in that chair pose. And remember, you can take, it's okay if you fall. You can take the left knee down to the floor or start to open up. You know, if you're a little bit more flexible, you just have to work harder to feel the same thing that the unflexible people do. So it doesn't mean that it's any easier, you just have to work harder. So to do that, you can start to wrap it up here. Right hand behind your back, left hand finds your right hand underneath your leg. It's a big twist. So be careful with this one, but make sure you can still breathe in whatever position you're in. All right, everybody take your hands back to your prayer position. Lift back up into that crescent lunge and take the hands down to the floor. Back knee to the ground and then heel toe, just shimmy that right foot across. Lengthen that back leg, slide it back. You'll feel a little bit more if you take that right heel farther from your body, so you can take it closer to, I like to take it closer to my left hip. So take a breath in first and then slowly lower down on the exhale. Crawl forward, forehead to the ground. Hands and arms are relaxed. So here we just use the exhale to breathe into the space, to the tightness that we feel in our hips. So rest, relax. This should be a very passive, yet also a little bit active pose. Passive yet feeling something. Now if your forehead doesn't come to the ground, you can always make a fist or two fists and stack. Make little props with your fists and stack them up, taking your forehead to your hands. All right, let's take the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck your back toes under, lift your right leg all the way up. Again, single leg down dog. Take it high. Hold, breathe, enjoy the stretch. You can even shake out the leg. How about bend the knee? Open up the hip this time. Right knee towards the sky. Shoulders should stay level. I know that right one likes to pop up a little bit, so draw it down. And left heel towards the ground. So open up the hip. Take that right leg straight again, lift high. And as you exhale, step it forward. Warrior one, back heel down. Reach the hands up. And exhale, reach the hands down. Step back into a plank. Shift forward on the toes. Bend those elbows. Exhale. Inhale, press forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up, down dog. Now take an inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. Crescent lunge on this side. Reach up, back heels lifted. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's twist it up, other side. Take a breath in. This time going to the left. Right elbow to the left knee. Now try to get the palms in line with the center of your chest, center of your body. That means pressing into the top. Or feel free to open up. This time left hand high, right hand towards the floor. Try to close the gap between right shoulder and left knee. And again, if you have to work a little bit harder here, then you just have to. So left hand finds the back, right hand goes underneath, finding the left hand fully twisted in this lunge. And if you're not there today, that's totally okay. You don't ever have to get this twisted, but for those who need it, it's a good variation. Take the hands back apart, back to prayer. Inhale, lifting back to crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the ground. Heel toe, shimmy that left foot across. Slide the right foot back. Lift, open up, add a little back bend. And then melt yourself down on the floor. Left shoulder in line with the left knee. Again, you can stack your fists, one or two. Forehead coming down to the floor. There's this little pressure point in your forehead that'll help get rid of some of that tension built up in the hips. We tend to hold on to a lot of tension, a lot of emotional stuff in the hips. So here's where we let go of it. Keep the focus to that exhale. Just a few more. Now start to work your way back up. Hands go underneath the shoulders. Tucking your back toes under, we lift and lengthen the left leg up high. You can shake it out a little bit and then start to open up. Bend the left knee, open up the hip, so stack the left hip above the right. Try to reach left heel towards your right hip. So bend that knee, shoulders should stay squared in equal weight in the hands. Straighten that left leg again. Exhale, step it forward into a lunge. Back heel spins down. Warrior one, reach up. Hands reach back down to the floor. Step your left foot back. Plank, shift forward, inhale. Exhale, get low. Inhale, press forward, up dog. Exhale, hips up high, downward facing dog. This might be our last down dog of the day. So bend the knees a couple times. And then take both knees on the floor. We're gonna try a little core work here. Cross your ankles, sit back on your heels. Take your hands next to your thighs. Now pick up your knees, pick them up. Try to hug really close. Round your back. Maybe try to pick up the feet. 1 foot, 2 feet lifts, both feet. Hover for a moment. Keep squeezing. You might feel some shakiness. That's just your body saying, hey, let's get stronger today. Let's try something new. All right, bring it back down. You're gonna switch the crossing of your legs. This time trying a transition. Now you don't have to do this transition. You can just swing your legs around to a seated position. But if you're with me here, you're gonna take the hands down on the floor. And you can lift up the palms so you're on the top of the palms. Get a little height. Lift your knees, swing the legs through, hover, float for a moment, and then sit on down. Legs go straight. Great job. Whatever you did, it was a great job. Now take your hands behind your back, fingers point towards your toes. Lift your hips up just a little, bend your knees, and this time take the hips up high to a reverse table. So pretend like you're a coffee table. You want a flat body, like someone could put a glass of water on your belly and it wouldn't tip over. Look back towards the back of the room. We've done a lot of front body strengthening, stretching, so here's where we reverse that. On an exhale, slowly lower yourself back down to the ground. Keep the knees bent at about this 45-degree angle. Lean back, reach the hands forward. You're gonna find this place of tripod of sit bones and tailbone. And if you want to keep the feet on the ground, awesome. If not, lift up the feet. Maybe straighten the legs, but your legs will get in the way. So let's bend them a little bit. Take the hands, press them together, and exhale, finding range of motion, find the right side. Inhale, lift up to the center. Exhale to the left side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, left. Inhale up. Exhale, right. Again, lifting, inhale up. Exhale, last time to the left. And separate the hands. Bring your feet down. Lengthen. Reach forward, round your back, this time rolling vertebra by vertebra to the floor until your shoulders touch. Bend the knees, hug them into your chest. If your knees touch your chest, grab the outside of the feet. Draw the knees to the shoulders, rock side to side, gently massaging that lower back. Now release the feet and take the feet close to your backside, feet about hip distance apart. Reach the hands towards the heels and lift up the glutes, the hamstrings, the low back into a bridge pose. You can make this a little bit more intense by shimmying the shoulders together, interlacing the fingers, and maybe pressing the pinkies down into the floor to lift a little higher through the upper back. And if you wanted to get a little bit deeper, release this. Take your hands by your shoulders and press into hands and feet so that your whole body comes up into a deeper back bend. Wherever you are, we're going to release it down to the floor. Take your back down, hug your knees back in, rock side to side. Now keep your right knee up, extend your left leg forward and down on the floor. Hug your right knee in, and then take that right knee across your body using your left hand to guide it. Extend your right arm and look away from the legs. So we're using this twist to neutralize and come back to a set position with our bodies. Lift your right leg back up, hug your knee in to set it up. Extend the right leg on the floor, left knee hugs in. Then exhale, take your leg across your body into that twist on the other side. Extend the left arm, gazing to the left, finding that nice neutralizing twist. Bringing that left knee back up, give it one more squeeze in. I'm going to finish out this practice with the best pose ever. Actually, many times it can be the hardest pose. Not physically, but mentally. So you extend the legs, let the arms rest by your side. Close your eyes and just be right here. Be and breathe. Relax. Let your body melt into your mat and let yourself absorb this practice. Absorb everything you just accomplished. So you can even give a little smile on your face. Be happy. Be proud of yourself for what you just did. Thank you so much for joining today. Feel free to stay here for a few minutes, preferably 5 to 10 minutes. If not, that's all right. Longer if you can. But stay here, enjoy your practice, and I hope to see you again in the next class.